Final day of group stage action from Salau in the 2024 Ifcpf Men's World Championships. And things could be about to get really, really interesting. We've got two games today in the final day of the group stages, and Northern Ireland currently have it in their own hands. A win for them would take them to the final on Thursday, with a rest day tomorrow. A win for Chile, and Northern Ireland would be out of contention. Chile currently sits in third on 4 points, trailing Northern Ireland by 2 in that regard. A win would temporarily at least push them up into second, with Italy a chance to answer back later in the day. It's going to be enthralling, it's going to be wonderful, and it's going to be everything that cerebral palsy football can be. So stick with us, because if you decide to spend the day with us this afternoon, I promise that you will be entertained. It's Oliver Walker-Peel here with you for the final day of group stage action here in Salau, and it is Northern Ireland and Chile to get us underway, with Italy and South Korea to follow later on this afternoon. And so we will go to the teams for both sides, and we will start with Northern Ireland, who make the one change from their last outing, which was a long time ago now. It feels like that anyway. In the game against South Korea, out of the team drops Charlie Emerson, and in comes Paul Cassidy, who will return in between the sticks. In the starting 7, Jordan Walker, who started that game in goal, will move outfield, and so the 7 is as follows. Number 1 is Paul Cassidy, number 2 is Charlie Fogarty, number 5 is Sean Coyle, number 6 is Jordan Cush, number 7 is David Levy, number 9 is Ryan Walker, and number 12 is Jordan Walker. And so for Chile, they make 3 changes from yesterday. One of them is enforced, with Bastian Velasquez dropping out of the team. He picked up his second yellow card yesterday in the group stages, and so is out for today's game, but would be able to play in the final if Chile get there, and of course in the 3rd or 4th place playoff, depending on where Chile are placed. And so the full team for Chile is as follows. Hector Garcia replaces Jairo Gonzalez. In goal is number 12. Javier Encisa drops out also, so it'll be number 3, Oscar Palmer, coming in. Number 5, Rodrigo Ojoa. Number 6, Alexis Parves. Number 7 is Darwin Diaz, the other player, coming into the starting 7. Number 11 is Patricio Saavedra, and number 14 is Thomas Valenzuela. And so, while the big day is Thursday, the big games will take place in a couple of games time, a couple of days time, in a couple of days time as well, as long as I can get my words out. Today is rather huge as well. Northern Ireland with a real chance to progress to a major tournament final, but you wouldn't count Chile out after their wonderful 8-0 victory yesterday over South Korea that really catapulted them into contention. Northern Ireland have banked a couple of wins early on in the tournament, one against South Korea, another against Italy, which could prove pivotal. One more today and they would be there, and that would lock in both fixtures for Thursday. It would be Scotland and Northern Ireland in the final, with Chile and Italy in the 3rd and 4th place playoff. Depending on this result though, that also depends on what Italy would need to do to progress to the final themselves. If Chile win, it would be them squarely in the crosshairs. If there is a draw in this one, then they would be looking to run down both Chile and Northern Ireland, and would have to do so on goal difference. Or indeed goals for, but that would be unlikely. To get through on goals for, they would need to win by a rather heavy margin if Chile were to win. If Chile win, then it would be a 9-4 result that Italy would need at least. If Northern Ireland were to draw this one, then it would be a 3-goal margin that they would need, which is definitely more in the question, as both teams are getting ready to make their way out. We'll repeat the 7s again. Number 1 is Paul Cassidy, number 2 is Charlie Fogarty. Number 5 is Sean Coyle. Number 6, Jordan Cush. Number 7, David Levy. Number 9, Ryan Walker. And number 12 is Jordan Walker for Northern Ireland. And for Chile, it is number 12, Hector Garcia. Number 3 is Oscar Palma. Number 5 is Rodrigo Ajoa. Number 6 is Alexis Parves. Number 7, Darwin Diaz. Number 11, Patricio Saavedra. And number 14 is Thomas Valenzuela. It'll be Northern Ireland in yellow today. Yellow shirts, yellow shorts and black socks, which is a new kit combination for them. And they are almost ready to make their way onto the main pitch. As the lineups are read out over the tannoy. It's an interesting one to see Charlie Emerson drop out, of course, with Paul Cassidy coming back in between the sticks. It was Jordan Walker who had started the tournament outfield, but was starting in between the posts for Northern Ireland in the last game. Just shows how quick these things can change and how adaptable you've got to be. The referee for this game is Carlos Diaz, who is standing there with his team of officials, and he will lead both sides out onto the park when Chile emerge from the dressing room themselves. And they know that this game is as big for them as it is for Northern Ireland. It is potentially a winner takes all. If the winner is meaning the second final spot, of course they would then have to win again to play in the tournament, but you see what I'm trying to get at. They'll be Chile in red today. In the more traditional red, we've seen Chile wear blue across this tournament, but red is so synonymous with them. Will it be a La Roja celebration this evening, or will the Green and White Army be booking their ticket for Thursday's huge final? We know that Scotland are already there. A few of their contingent have just arrived in attendance to watch their potential opponents, as Carlos Diaz will lead the teams out. And the lineups are read out again. Both teams will line up in the middle of Salau, knowing that only one of them will progress to the final at least. Neither of them could get there, but there's not room for both of them. This game's set to be fierce and enthralling, so stay tuned for the next hour and a bit to watch how this next chapter of a wonderful Salau story unfolds, as we will cross down for the national anthems of Chile and Northern Ireland. So with the pleasantries drawing to a close, we can start turning our attention to a football match that'll be anything but pleasant. Two sides vying for one spot to join the Scots in the final on Thursday. Chile needing to win, and Northern Ireland knowing that they really can't afford to do anything but win. As both teams will again move over towards this near side for a team photo. And of course all pictures from tournaments are cherished by players, but these ones maybe more so than others, particularly if it's a game which ends with a positive result. Jordan Walker numberless on the front of his shirt after he had to change from 4 to 12 owing to the fact that he may well be used as a goalkeeper. Potentially makeshift one, given that he started the tournament in defence and has played the majority of it outfield. He is wearing a number 12 on his back though. For Chile, one win over South Korea, an opening day draw against the Italians have led them to this point in terms of points. A win would at least allow them a chance to watch the second game nervously. Anything less and their hopes of reaching the final would be over. They could draw the game and play the role of potential spoil sport, but that won't be in their thought process right now. Darwin Diaz and Patricio Saavedra to get us underway for Chile in a huge, huge game in the Ifcpf Men's World Championships. And Carlos Diaz blows the whistle, and we are away in the final group stage match for both Chile and Northern Ireland. They will both play once more in this tournament. In which game is the question, as Ojoa fires wide, the first warning shot of sorts from Rodrigo Ojoa, but it wasn't one that David Cassidy really needed to worry about. Cassidy, who was part of the 2018 Euro squad for Northern Ireland. Coyle had it taken away. Diaz was sent to the floor, but no free kick. Here's Ryan Walker on the Northern Ireland left, bearing down on goal. Ryan Walker, and poked in! Northern Ireland with a dream start! Ryan Walker with pace was bearing down on goal. was faced with Hector Garcia. And it's 1-0 Northern Ireland. And what a critical goal it could be so early on in the contest. It may not have been Ryan Walker who got the final touch, but it won't matter to him whether it's an own goal or not. Here's Ryan Walker again, looking for a quick Northern Ireland double. Jordan Walker, the ball ricochets out of play. Diaz. Now, Alexis Paves. Headed away by Jordan Walker. Now Ryan Walker. Valenzuela couldn't bring it away. Jordan Walker standing tall. Chile have got a player down in Thomas Valenzuela. And this is not what Chile need in their search to try and qualify for the final. It is really hard to tell on the replay who got the final touch, whether it was Patricio Saavedra trying to get back and disrupt it all, or in fact Ryan Walker. That one will be for the match report at full time to definitively make sure. So there's still a break in play with Valenzuela down. With Valenzuela back to his feet, we're able to get back going again. Here's David Levy, who represented Team GB at the 2016 Paralympics. Now to Ryan Walker, who was also there with Ireland. Paves. Out of play. It looks as though it's a Patricio Saavedra own goal, but again, we'll wait for official confirmation. Coyle. Cush. Now with Northern Ireland captain in Jordan Walker. Jordan Cush inside his own half. Let's go down the Northern Ireland left. Mal Donaghy's men who are more than happy to play it around and draw Chile out. Levy looking for the ball forward, but finding no one in particular. Charlie Fogarty, formerly a West Brom and Birmingham Academy player, before a brain injury suffered. It allows him to represent his country in seven-a-side football. There is a Chile change with Thomas Valenzuela unable to continue. And Javier Encisa, off the back of a brace yesterday, will take his place. The free kick sends it towards Darwin Diaz, who headed high, and it's claimed by Cassidy. Joa. And Cena. Joa. Got the ricochet of Fogarty. Looks to drive to the byline. Rodrigo Joa, but David Levy able to defend, and sliding in there was Joa. So it's a Patricio Saavedra own goal that separates the two sides. He tried to do his defensive duties, but trying to get back, poked it into his own net. He's got a few at the right end this tournament, but he's first at the wrong one. Gives Northern Ireland the leads as Levy combines with Jordan Walker, who then looked for Ryan Walker in an attempt to extend the lead, but that foray forward won't lead to a scoring chance. And so as it stands, the second game of two will be a dead rubber, but there's a long way to go in this one before that is for definite. Northern Ireland doing what they have to do as the ball is sent long towards Encina. Back there, David Levy, who presented it to Saavedra, who got it back off the ricochet. Saavedra goes over. He was clipped. That'll be a foul. And a yellow card for David Levy. First yellow card of the game for either team. Going the way of Northern Ireland's number 7, and Chile are almost raffling this off in terms of who's going to take it. Saavedra It walks away and it's sent in low, but wide from Oscar Palma. Alexis Pavez and Saavedra both look to fancy it, but Palma sent wide. Played back for Cassidy, who had to get there first. Levy looking to find Jordan Walker, but he couldn't get there. Saavedra first time. All allowed to bounce. Fogarty has got to be good here. He loses out to Javier Encina, and he was unable to really get her under his spell. Ryan Walker to the byline with David Levy. The cutback and a lovely first touch. His second wasn't as good. Ball sent down the line. Darwin Diaz. It's prodded back for Cassidy, who turns it away and out into touch for a Chile throw. Saavedra with Oscar Palma. Played for Chile last year at the Parapenan Games in Santiago, the capital of Chile. Darwin Diaz on halfway. In a lot of space at first, but it was quickly closed down. Saavedra with the ball forward. Fogarty across the cover as Pavez watched that ball with interest, but couldn't do anything with it. Jordan Walker, Ryan Walker, rides one challenge. It's Ryan Walker in again and blazing over the top. A glorious chance goes begging for Northern Ireland and for Ryan Walker. A second goal at this stage of the game would have been priceless, but the chance has been and gone. What a big moment in the game that could prove to be. And it wasn't only the Northern Irish contingent here in Salau that were in anguish at that missed chance. The Scottish staff and players as well were almost willing that one to the back of the net, but the net didn't bulge. Jordan Walker with a free kick. And that one will go behind. Levy. Gave it away to Saavedra. Darwin Diaz. Prodding forward, but no one in red will get there. Northern Ireland wanting a free kick. Advantage will be played instead. Jordan Walker. Ryan Walker in a pocket of space. An option to his right in Charlie Fogarty, who will tee one up. It's blocked. Bounced in front of Hector Garcia. Could have been rather awkward, but it was rather composed by the man in all blue. Cena was brought down by Charlie Fogarty. One number two fouling the other. Palmer sending the free kick in high. Northern Ireland haven't yet dealt with this. Almost broke for Saavedra, and Sean Coyle wasn't about to wait around any longer. Saavedra gets by him. The cut back and unable to get a true connection on that Alexis Paves. Foul from Ryan Walker just forward of halfway for Chile. And they will have a resulting free kick. Palmer, right-footed. High ball, Cassidy palms away. Encina receives it back off the 1-2 from Majoa. It's Javier Encina, who sent one in towards the middle. Helped away. Ryan Walker will get there first, and he was fouled by Patricio Saavedra, who will be carded. And the applause from the touchline is of a Scottish persuasion. They're making absolutely no secret of who they want to face in the final. They want an all-UK affair on Thursday in the clash for the title. Of course, Scotland have defeated both of these teams in the tournament to this point. It's a 3-0 win over Northern Ireland. And over Chile, it was a 4-1 success in a game that was rather heated at times. And if Patricio Saavedra wasn't playing in this game, you'd still assume he was in Jamie Mitchell's back pocket, the amount he was following him around. Maybe a shadow is a better description, but take your pick, I suppose. As both teams will take a drink. Sans Ryan Walker, who is receiving a bit of treatment with the referee standing over. So another break in play in a game which Northern Ireland lead, a crucial game in the scope of this tournament that Northern Ireland have to win to keep it in their own hands, and they're doing the job at the moment thanks to an own goal from Patricio Saavedra by the looks of things that Ryan Walker might try and claim. We'll wait and see, but it certainly looks on the replay that it was Patricio Saavedra of Chile who got the final touch. The identity of the goal scorer meaning less to Northern Ireland than the goal itself. David Levy worried out of it by Saavedra. And Chile will to make their way forward here through Ojoa to the left for Encina. Cuts in field, the pass across wasn't his best, and Ryan Walker will look to get on the end of the ball forward from Jordan, but sent away by Oscar Palmer. One had gone behind for a corner. David Levy to take, left-footed towards the back post, and Sean Coyle was the nearest to it, but couldn't make a connection. Encina. Levy all the way back to Paul Cassidy, who will give Ryan Walker something to chase, but back there in a good position was Oscar Palmer. Saavedra looking to work with Paves, but Chile giving it away. Saavedra looking for the snapshots, stings the palms of Paul Cassidy, but nothing more. Foul from Sean Coyle. Down. Alexis Paves, who has been in and out of the Chile starting 7 across the tournament. Coming up to 10 years since his debut for Chile, which he made in 2015. Sent towards the middle. Darwin Diaz controlling that with his arm. Great control from Ryan Walker, who has David Levy with him, looks to scoop it through for him. David Levy! The man who knows how to score crucial goals. Got a huge one against Italy, and now maybe an even bigger one against Chile to put his country 2-0 up. Ryan Walker, the provider, with a deft ball forward. And the finish was clinical from David Levy, and Chile have a mountain to climb. Shaw on the overlap down the Chile left. David Levy there again, looking to feed Ryan Walker. Those two combining so well. Ryan Walker with the cutback. Chile able to get it clear. One-way traffic here at the moment. Chile ball in from the side. Saavedra looking to orchestrate a goal back. Coyle ensuring that it won't happen as immediately as Saavedra wanted. Levy again looking for Ryan Walker, but unable to find him there. Palmer. Hitting the ball there was Coyle, and it was strong communication from Cassidy to tell Charlie Fogarty to leave it. Saavedra. Shower. And seeing a heavy first touch out of play across the byline for a Northern Ireland goal kick. Go over to Tornify on the app or the website to check the live table as it stands with this 2-goal lead for Northern Ireland. Search it up on the App Store or Google Play, or go to the Tornify website and search Ifcpf to find all fixtures and results, as Walker was almost sent in behind. Ojoa, Darwin Diaz, who did well to keep that, then was barged over. Great play from Darwin Diaz, who has shown some signs of brilliance in this tournament up to now, and they will need every single one of those. Chile, you feel, if they're to get back into this one, certainly not beyond them, but it's a tough ask from here. The way that Northern Ireland are playing. Patricio Saavedra might hold the key for Chile here. He stands over this free kick, facing a 2-man Northern Irish wall, sent low, spilt by Cassidy, and sent over by Darwin Diaz. Cassidy had to get something on it. And a corner that could have been prevented if Cassidy had held the first one. He couldn't. And so a chance for Chile to get within one, potentially. Corner in was straight to Jordan Walker, who headed it out of play. Diaz towards Saavedra, couldn't get over the top of it. And just back on Tornify, the link is in the description of the YouTube stream should you wish to go and find it. There'll be a good live table to read if you're of a Northern Irish persuasion. Forward towards Saavedra. That'll be another Chile corner. They're stringing a few set pieces together now. Oh, Chile, as they look for a way back into the game. So we're into the first of 3 added minutes at the end of the opening half an hour. Can Chile change the complexion of the team? Talks with a goal. In towards the middle. Flicked away by Levy. Up towards Ryan Walker. Northern Ireland and Scotland wants a foul, but it'll only be a throw as Rodrigo Ojoa is down, writhing on the artificial grass, and is now ushered to his feet from Carlos Diaz. Ryan Walker, again working well with Levy. The ball back looking for Northern Ireland's number 9. Didn't find him down the inside right channel. Saavedra as the wind picks up here in Salau. Javier Encina. Levy for Ryan Walker, looking for an exclamation point at the end of the first half. Great defending from Oscar Palmer to ensure that he didn't get past him. Saavedra. And now Chile back the other way via Alexis Paves. Looking for the crossfield ball. Wasn't a great one. Looking for Darwin Diaz as the referee checks the watch, indicating that we can't have too long left in this first half. David Levy, as you'd expect, in no rush to take this one. Ryan Walker went over, and the man who scored 4 goals in a game the other day, Ryan Walker, voicing his displeasure at the lack of a free kick decision. As it is, Maldonna's charges are left to settle with a corner. Levy towards the back post. Dangerous delivery, but almost a little bit too dangerous with the amount of curl on the ball in the end. As that's the end of the first half. A great opening half an hour for Northern Ireland, who are on the brink of qualifying to face Scotland in Thursday's final. Chile have hardly tested Paul Cassidy, unless Paul Cassidy has given them a chance. The only one that really comes to mind is one that the Northern Ireland goalkeeper spilt, and Darwin Diaz was presented with an opportunity that Paul Cassidy was able to then get something on to help over the top. Otherwise, it's been rather one-way traffic. Northern Ireland on the brink at half-time in Game 1 of this Tuesday in Salau for the 2024 Ifcpf Men's World Championships. It's Chile 0, Northern Ireland 2, and we'll be back after this. Welcome back to Salau for the 2024 Ifcpf Men's World Championships. And at half-time, it's Northern Ireland in a position of prominence, leading by 2-0. A Patricio Saavedra own goal and also a David Levy strike separates the two sides as both look to try and qualify for the final. The first one has been given by the referee, in fact, to Ryan Walker, and so that's the way it'll stay, I suppose. Even though it looked to the eye as though Patricio Saavedra got the final touch, the referee has indicated that it is Ryan Walker's, and so that'll be number 5 for him. So it's goals then instead from Ryan Walker and David Levy. There was no doubt about that one. As we get set to get going for the second half an hour. And we are now underway. In half an hour we might well know the makeup of the final for this tournament. Scotland are there, we already know. Northern Ireland in a bid to join them. Need to win to keep it in their own hands, and they're in a great position. As Jordan Walker went over, no free kick. Fogarty looking to get that one over the byline, and he helped do that. Darwin Diaz. Well played by Jordan Cush to Marshall, Chile's number 7. Didn't have many opportunities to get on the ball in the first half. Would have been rather frustrating, I would imagine. Paves, Diaz, and Saavedra blocked by Jordan Walker as it bounced away, and Paul Cassidy went down. It's behind for a Chile corner. And Paul Cassidy able to get back to his feet. And for now at least, Jordan Walker doesn't have to switch the yellow shirt for a grey one. Two arms aloft from Alexis Paves. Sent in over the head of Levy. Saavedra couldn't make Paul Cassidy work with the effort. Might have got something slight on it, but in the end it drifted wide. And the longer that this game stays at 2-0, happier the Northern Ireland team will be. That looked like it bounced off the arm of Ryan Walker, and the referee agreed. If Chile can get one back sooner rather than later, then this game would be set up to be an absolute classic for the remaining time that Chile were within one. If they can get within one. Found its way to Encina, but couldn't really test Paul Cassidy either. Ryan Walker, Levy. Jordan Walker. Had to play from Ajoa. Levy looking for the cross towards the back post. Coyle was there. Chile should get it away through Patricio Saavedra. It's sent down the line and out to play for a Northern Ireland throw. Levy for Ryan Walker on the Northern Ireland right, who ran out of room. Play from Jordan Cush. Darwin Diaz out of play. Behind for a Chile corner. Diaz straight to Paul Cassidy, and Northern Ireland will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Ryan Walker. That'll be a Chile free kick. Sent in towards Saavedra, who looked to pin Jordan Walker. Played it back! Pavez with a rocket just wide. He caught that fair and sweet, but was off target via a deflection. Corner on the way for Chile. Darwin Diaz sent in, and again Cassidy claiming. "37 minutes gone in the game. Northern Ireland, as it stands, in control of this game and their own destiny. Ryan Walker, Levy up with him. Good defending by Oscar Palma. The early change for Chile didn't help with Thomas Valenzuela going off after only a couple of minutes for Javier Encina through injury, so that's one that Chile will have to watch regardless of this result. Good work by David Levy, and behind for a Northern Ireland corner. Third goal you'd think would do it. And if they can get it from this corner, it might well be a 22 minutes worth of game management to follow. That's behind for another corner. Swung in by Levy, punched away by Garcia. Charlie Fogarty battling, but Chile coming away with it. Saavedra over the top. Taken away from Pavez by his opposite number 6 in Jordan Cush. Goes behind for another Chile corner. Diaz, teasing delivery, and Cassidy got something on it. May well have been a crucial touch to take it away from the path of Patricio Saavedra, who was making his way into the back post. Northern Ireland not out of the woods yet. Darwin Diaz again, lower delivery. Dealt with it the first phase at the front post by Cush and further away by Coyle. Parves, Palmer, and sliced away by Fogarty for another corner. Pressure starting to build on that Northern Ireland goal. Darwin Diaz, Cassidy off his line, able to claim. How quickly does he release this ball? Does he look to send Ryan Walker away? He probably would have done. Had there not been someone in red cleverly blocking his ability to get that ball forward as quickly as he wanted. Now it's with Ryan Walker, who dances away from one, plays across, Coyle fires wide. Looked to go across the goalkeeper. Wasn't a bad idea, but the execution was way off in the end. Chested down by Saavedra. And he wins the corner off Jordan Cush. Jordan Cush, a man who's played at 3 IFCPF Men's World Cups and will need all his experience to help see Northern Ireland through here. Corner for Diaz, in towards the back post. Headed away. Walker should be first to the first ball. Walker of the Ryan variety. David Levy on the Northern Ireland left. Moved in Borden, then found Coyle. Julian Hernandez being ready for Chile. That pass will force Paul Cassidy to deal with it. Jordan Walker. Ryan Walker won't get there. And the avenue for the change is now. 3 for 13. And it's Oscar Palmer's race who is run. Julian Hernandez, tasked with trying to get his country back into the game here. Good challenge by Ryan Walker again. Thrown in. Down the left goes Hernandez, straight off the bench. Saavedra playing across and intercepted by Levy, who will look to play it over the top. Ryan Walker was being held. So it's a free kick for Northern Ireland. Foul committed by Rodrigo Ajoa, who will be booked for his troubles. Jordan Walker standing over the free kick. Walker sending it towards Ryan Walker. What a flick! It's brilliantly done from Ryan Walker, who with an exquisite back flick may well have just sent Northern Ireland into the final. It was clever, it was beautiful, and it could prove to be super important for Northern Ireland. And if you're in Northern Ireland somewhere, I know it's still early in the morning, but if you've got some champagne ready, put it on ice and you might be ready to pop the cork soon. Saavedra, great save from Cassidy, and maybe hold the thought. One back for Diaz, and that might give belief for Chile. Great shot from distance, and you can't count Chile out. And what looked to be the final nail in the Chile coffin from Ryan Walker just moments ago has been answered back almost instantaneously from Darwin Diaz. It's 3-1 with just under 15 to play in the hour. Diaz. Watch that one run out of play. Second goal of Darwin Diaz's tournament. Ball down to play. In fact, to make it the first of Darwin Diaz's campaign here in Silao. Had one that hit the crossbar, did Darwin Diaz, that he probably should have scored with, but his first. Going towards Saavedra. And that behind as there'll be a change for Northern Ireland here. Sean Coyle to replace by Declan McDonnell. Move towards the final 10 of the hour. Hernandez, Jordan Walker for Ryan Walker on a hat-trick to seal it! Once and for all! The 3-goal buffer restored, and it's another Ryan Walker hat-trick. He can do no wrong. Northern Ireland's number 9, playing like a true number 9. And it looks as though, after a slight scare, Northern Ireland's place in the final is booked. And for what it's worth too, Martin Hickman has some company at the top of the goal scoring charts. Diaz, once then twice, David Levy. Ryan Walker looking to have a run at Parvez, but he took it away from him. Alexis Parvez towards the back post and away. So Hickman and Walker on 7 apiece. And it looks as though the duel for the golden boot will be finalised in the final and thrashed out in the biggest game of them all here in Silao this week. Levy couldn't quite get through to McDonald. And Cena. Ryan Walker, brilliant first touch, he's in again. Ryan Walker has Levy with him. And somehow they don't convert. Look for all money as though it would be 5-1, but not to be. And maybe Ryan Walker should have been a little bit more selfish. Ryan Walker. McDonald. It's headed away. Helped further clear by Saavedra. Paul Cassidy will get there. Bouncing ball. Darwin Diaz. Behind for a corner off Jordan Walker. Chile having to throw everything at it now. Darwin Diaz floating it in. And Paul Cassidy palming it up into the air to himself. He will send it long and out of reach of Ryan Walker. Northern Ireland with player down, and in some distress is Charlie Fogarty. Players gone on as Saavedra fires one in. Diaz almost getting a toe on it. Now Charlie Fogarty back up and back on. Chile go on down the left-hand side and towards Saavedra. Now with Darwin Diaz. Towards the middle and away by Jordan Cush. Diaz sends in the resulting corner, not dealt with, and Cena back in towards the middle. Sent high from Jordan Walker, and out to play for a throw. Just over 6 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Chile needing 4 goals, and they almost had one of them. Darwin Diaz somehow unable to convert to the back post when he had the goal gaping. As it's sent forward to Declan McDonald. Ryan Walker up with him. Declan McDonald out wide. Good sliding challenge from Rodrigo Ojoa. Northern Ireland with the ball where they want it, in a game where they want it. Levy over to Take, who's found himself on the score sheet again today. David Levy towards Jordan Walker, who will control on the chest and almost found David Levy there as he played it. Back the other way comes Chile, ball looking for Darwin Diaz, will go harmlessly out of play from a Northern Ireland point of view. Chile going to the bench again. Felipe Munoz on for Alexis Parvez, and Vicente Vidal will take Darwin Diaz's place. Ryan Walker having it prodded away by Munoz. And this is game management from Northern Ireland. Keeping the ball at the right end of the pitch for them as Ryan Walker found Jordan. It's squirmed underneath the goalkeeper. It's a horror one for Hector Garcia, who will want that one back, but he won't get it back. And Chile won't get this opportunity back. It'll be Northern Ireland certainly to progress now. 5-1 scoreline. And it will be Northern Ireland in the final. There was all these scenarios and permutations. Should Northern Ireland fail to get the job done, they won't be necessary now. Finn Mullen will be introduced in a moment. Ryan Walker was fouled by Felipe Munoz, who will be yellow carded. And there will be a change here for Northern Ireland. I wonder if it will be the number 9 that goes up in red. And that is exactly what happens. Ryan Walker with another hat-trick. There was a little bit of conjecture over the first one, whether it was an own goal or not. The referee has given it to him, and so we will as well, which means 2 hat-tricks in the tournament for Ryan Walker. He's level with Scotland's Martin Hickman on 7 goals for the tournament. But more importantly than that, he's helped propel his team to a place in the final. And Finn Mullen will get the final few minutes of this contest as Jordan Walker sent in the free kick, headed away by Saavedra for a Northern Ireland throw. Corner for Northern Ireland. Playing the role of ball boy there, Felipe Munoz. Trying to Hurry Northern Ireland up. Jordan Walker to take the corner by the looks of things. David Levy's gone short for him. Oisin McGurk will be coming on for Northern Ireland shortly. Let's see whether that change will come now. It won't. Maybe at the next break in play. Ball's gone out of play. And now the change will take place. Charlie Fogarty will come off. The number 10 had gone up on the board, which would indicate Charlie Emerson, but it is the number 3 who's waiting there, Oisin McGurk. And there'll be 3 minutes of added time at the end of the hour. David Levy wins it back. Cut back, McDonald off the post. Would have been a great day for Declan McDonald. It already is for Northern Ireland, but it would have been a great way to cap it off. Declan McDonald off the bench has not seen too much of the ball, and that would have been some moment for him, but the upright denying him. Nothing will deny Northern Ireland from here, though. Ball played forward for Finn Mullen, who will work hard to try and get on the end of it. Good defending from Munoz. Not a great clearance, but it had struck the arm of Declan McDonald. Runs out of play. David Levy knows where his team will be on Thursday. It'll be a 12:30 kickoff and Northern Ireland will be there. Vicente Vidal looking for consolation. Cassidy able to send it out to play. Saavedra helps behind from Jordan Walker. Julian Hernandez over to take the corner. Check of the watch from the referee. That one will hit the side netting. Again, Carlos Diaz checks the watch. It's sent high. David Levy looking to try and get by Julian Hernandez. And there's the full-time whistle. A great performance from Northern Ireland. Sees them into Thursday's final. And what a way to do it. A 5-star performance. Sends all of Northern Ireland celebrating. What a moment for the team. What a moment for the country. And it will be an all-United Kingdom affair in the final. Northern Ireland set to lock horns in what should be a wonderful game on Thursday, but it's Mal Donny's men into a major tournament final. Another hat-trick for Ryan Walker helped them get there. David Levy helped him out on the score sheet as well. And Jordan Walker adding a late 5th. Darwin Diaz had one for Chile, but nowhere near enough for them to give them the 3 points that they desperately needed. And at full time, it's Northern Ireland 5, Chile 1. Stay tuned for the Post-match interviews coming up shortly.
Se están preparando. Ahí va su compañero Oli para hacer la entrevista en inglés, compañero de la señal internacional. Que vaya currazo se está pegando aquí el colega.
Espectacular lo de Oli.
Es tremendo. Carrazo descomunal el suyo. Están ya colocando los micros. Bueno, si se mete viento en nuestros micrófonos, no me quiero imaginar lo que va a ser en los micrófonos del...
Puede ser bien divertido.
De la entrevista, Va a ser algo...
Here with Northern Ireland star David Levy, part of a Northern Ireland team that has just made their way to the final on Thursday. David, I don't want to keep you long because I don't want to keep you from the celebrations that will be going on behind you, but could you just sum up the emotion right now after making it to the final?
Just everyone absolutely excited. Come out to do a job against a very tough Chilean team. So we had a game plan, stuck to the game plan brilliantly. A lot of character shown by everyone in the squad. And it's great to be just part of a team, just giving their all for the country.
And just quickly, a message for those back home who may have been watching along. The support from Northern Ireland has been wonderful, hasn't it?
Yeah, thanks to everyone back home supporting us, as well as the contingent over here in Chile. It's been brilliant. It's really pushed us on to this World Championship final. I'm excited to play on Thursday.
Thank you, David. Go and enjoy it with the team.
Thank you. All the best.
All the best.
Bueno, ya puedes cantar de Levy, el micrófono de Levy.
Que se iba con el micrófono.
Sí, no, él quiere irse ya a descansar. Varios jugadores de Irlanda del Norte no deberían tener que pagar por la tarde de Spa hoy,
No, porque la verdad es que ha sido un partido muy completo y además se les quiere ahora tener entre algodones para llegar este jueves a la gran final.
Sí. Rodrigo Ulloa va a ser el entrevistado por parte de Chile.
Estamos ahora con Rodrigo Ulloa, jugador de Chile. Bueno, ayer tuvisteis un partido perfecto, podríamos decir. Hoy no salieron las cosas. Supongo que los ánimos están un poco bajos ahora, pero bueno, os queda un partido súper importante que es el tercer puesto con Italia. Un partido que supongo que tenéis ganas después de ese primer partido que fue un empate muy intenso y que queréis esa medalla.
Sí, claro, el primer partido contra Italia fue sorpresa por las dos expulsiones al segundo tiempo, entonces creo que manejamos bien el partido, ellos se replegaron muy bien, no encontramos los espacios suficientes para poder hacerle daño. Y bueno, este partido fue también extraño, raro, estuvimos trabajándolo desde ayer el partido. Bueno, después de un triunfo, claro, los ánimos estaban muy altos, pero así es el fútbol. Creo que son situaciones muy particulares donde el equipo rival también juega, hace su fútbol, entonces creo que supieron leer nuestro juego también y por ahí pasó el partido, los 5 goles, que no supimos también leer el juego de ellos también.
Quizá os costó un poco más atacar respecto a otros partidos que sí atacaron mucho y tuvieron muchas ocasiones y esta vez les tomaron un poco la partida en ese sentido de que os costaba más llegar al área rival.
Sí, claro, ellos son muy fuertes físicamente, entonces, claro, nosotros perdimos un jugador en el primer tiempo clave, un jugador espectacular, en ese sentido con la banda desborda muy bien. En ese sentido nos fragilizó un poco en el esquema, nos fragilizó un poco en la dinámica del juego, que también teníamos algo bien hecho, bien trabajado ahí. Y bueno, como dije delante, son cosas de fútbol, así es el fútbol y vamos a trabajar para luego disputar el tercer puesto, la medalla de bronce, para llevarnos algo de acá de salud.
Muchas gracias, buena suerte.
Hasta luego, chao.
Oye, ningún tipo de excusa. Perdimos a un jugador muy importante en la primera parte, nos desequilibró, pero son cosas, el fútbol es así.
Yo creo que además ha explicado muy bien lo que ha sido este partido, porque creo que pasa todo porque Irlanda del Norte hace un partido diferente al que están acostumbrados y lo hace bien, para precisamente contrarrestar todas las amenazas de Chile. Lo han hecho fantástico, Irlanda está en la final.
Nosotros que les emplazamos para el último partido de la fase de grupos, 12 del mediodía, Italia, Corea del Sur. No se vayan muy lejos, enseguida volvemos. Hasta luego.